What's going on, guys? Carl here, back with another episode and back from MWC Barcelona. Happy to be back in the studio and happy to be bringing you guys another fresh video. So as you guys can see, we are checking out the brand new 2018 LG Gram, and if you looked at my videos last year, you saw that I obviously used the 2017 model. It was honestly one of my favorite back to school laptops. It combines portability, power, and of course the awesome battery life, and I think looking at this year's model will be no different. And they've essentially made tweaks and improvements on everything that I didn't like last year, so it's awesome to see that LG is kind of listening to me and you, the people that actually use these guys. So here it is, and before we get into the video, as just a little bonus to let you guys know, LG is running a social campaign on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and you can win a 13-inch model of your very own. I will of course leave links down below, and on my end, I am giving away this 15-inch model, and that is super simple to enter. Simply sub to the channel, of course, here on YouTube, and follow me over on Instagram. I will have a photo of this guy. Come say what's up. I'll be announcing that, of course, well in advance of back to school season, but hey, it might be your second semester. You could be looking for an upgrade. You want it, I know you do. Best of luck to everyone. Okay, so what's new with the Gram? The first thing when you take it out of the box, it is of course extremely light. The 15-inch model is just over 1,000 grams, whereas the 13-inch model is under 1,000. If it's the first time you're picking one up, the shell might seem a bit cheap, a bit plasticky, but that's because this is actually made out of magnesium. It keeps the weight nice and low, but still gives it a better feel than plastic. And what I've actually loved, they've kind of changed the branding on the front. It just says Gram. And as I mentioned, this thing is super lightweight. Even though this is the largest 15-inch model, I can handily carry this thing around with just 2 fingers, which as students, I know you want to keep these guys lightweight in the backpack and make it not too heavy as you're lugging this guy from class to class and for the entire day. On a side note as well, I know that LG has done a bunch of durability tests on these guys. I'm not obviously going to, maybe I will be dropping this, but it has survived falls from my desk. As a student, you shouldn't be too worried, as I know these things do get banged up, dinged up. We're not the most careful when we're running in between classes when we are just being a student. It will survive your day-to-day use and the abuse of college or wherever you take this guy. So on the inside, some physical changes that you can see right off of the bat. They've actually moved the webcam from the weird hinge location to the more standard up top, which means you're not always looking down and you get that weird double chin look when you're using Skype with your friends. So that's nice. You can see these 2 stickers here are also 2 new additions, especially coming to the 15-inch model. We've got a Thunderbolt 3 port, USB-C, and although it does have its own proprietary charger, you can now use the USB-C port to say charge it. I've got a USB-C monitor behind me. It will power it will charge it with just 1 cable, and that's something that I also love. We've got the 8th gen Intel Core i7s, that's a quad-core processor, and it's nice to see that being upgraded. And you can notice the snappiness even when you're doing day-to-day tasks, whether that's just browsing the net, watching videos, checking emails. And although I wouldn't grab this guy as, say, a gaming laptop, it can handle basic titles, run them at medium-ish settings, so you can get by totally fine. And they have updated the internals inside, so if you do get into the back of this guy, it is laid out pretty simply. There is an extra SSD slot, so in case you do, I know it probably voids warranty, but say you're running this guy for maybe a year to 2, you're looking to upgrade it, you can access the back and things inside should be very easy to swap out. So some of the things that have carried over from last year are the chiclet style computer, and if you've got the 15-inch model, I always love having a dedicated number pad. The screen does remain the same at full HD, and people might be thinking for this kind of price you should be getting 4K, but keep in mind this is what really enables the battery to last so long. Over on this model, I've got around 15 hours, 15 inches on a full charge, and over on the 13-inch model, they're looking at 22.5 hours on a single charge, so I think that is well worth the compromise. And I honestly think that's why the Gram has been one of my favorite laptops. It is lightweight. I've carried this around at work, has crunched through every single thing that I've thrown at it. Or heck, if you're a student, you know what happens. You sometimes forget to charge your laptop, you bring this to multiple classes. It will easily last you and will be able to crunch through essentially every single thing that you throw at this guy. Anyways, that was my review of the 2018 LG Gram, and just remember there are links down below to LG's campaign, and of course follow me over on Instagram and leave a comment on this video on what your favorite feature was, and I will catch the rest of you in one of my next episodes or vlogs. Peace.